Welcome back to Random Talks. Today, we're exploring one of the most surprising business stories ever, the full history of Pepsi, a drink that went from a pharmacy counter to one of the most powerful brands in the world.
And honestly, Pepsi's journey is more dramatic than people think. Chemical experiments, economic crashes, marketing revolutions, 3 bankruptcies, global expansion, political deals. This episode has everything.
Let's go back to 1893. Caleb Bradham, a pharmacist in New Bern, North Carolina, creates a homemade fountain drink using sugar, vanilla, cola nuts, pepsin, and soda water. People absolutely love it.
He originally calls it Brad's drink, and the drink becomes so popular in his pharmacy that locals come just to try it. At that time, pharmacy-made beverages were trendy. Coca-Cola itself started the same way.
In 1898, Bradham renames the drink to Pepsi Cola. The Pepsi part comes from dyspepsia, meaning indigestion. It was advertised as a digestive aid.
And remember, this is the late 1800s. Soft drinks weren't just fun. Many of them were sold as medicinal tonics. Pepsi fit perfectly into that trend.
In 1902, Bradham officially forms the Pepsi Cola Company. He starts bottling the drink, expanding distribution, and granting local bottling franchises.
By 1905-1907, Pepsi gets its first official logo and begins mass production in multiple states. The brand is growing fast.
But then comes World War I. Sugar becomes extremely expensive due to shortages.
Bradham, trying to protect his company, buys massive sugar stocks at a high price. But in 1920, the sugar market collapses. Prices fall dramatically.
This destroys Pepsi financially. They can't recover from the loss.
In 1923, Pepsi goes bankrupt for the first time. The brand and assets are sold off to a competitor.
And it doesn't stop there. Pepsi fails again in the late 1920s and even a third time in the early 1930s. 3 separate bankruptcies. It's incredible the company even survived.
In 1931, Pepsi is bought by the Loft Candy Company. They reformulate the drink, redesign the logo, and rethink the strategy.
The drink becomes cheaper to produce, and this becomes critically important during the Great Depression.
In 1936, Pepsi makes its smartest move ever. While Coca-Cola sells 6-ounce bottles for 5 cents, Pepsi starts selling 12-ounce bottles, also for 5 cents.
Double the drink for the same price. And during the Depression, people cared a lot about value.
Pepsi becomes the drink for ordinary working Americans. Sales skyrocket.
In 1939, Pepsi launches one of the first advertising jingles in radio history.
The jingle, "Nickel, Nickel," becomes a cultural phenomenon. It spreads nationwide and becomes one of the most famous ads of the decade.
After World War II, Pepsi establishes itself internationally. By 1950, Pepsi is sold in dozens of countries.
In 1960, Pepsi introduces the modern red, white, blue logo we still recognize today.
In 1963, Pepsi launches the revolutionary campaign, The Pepsi Generation.
Instead of focusing on flavor, they focused on lifestyle, youth, energy, freedom. Pepsi positioned itself as the brand of the younger generation.
It was one of the most successful marketing campaigns ever created.
A fun historical moment. In 1972, Pepsi becomes one of the first Western products allowed in the Soviet Union. This deal made headlines worldwide.
In 1984, Pepsi signs a groundbreaking deal with Michael Jackson.
His commercials were cinematic, energetic, and instantly iconic. Pepsi became tied to pop culture like never before.
During the 90s and 2000s, PepsiCo expands into snacks and food. They buy Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, Tropicana, Quaker Oats, and Gatorade.
PepsiCo becomes one of the largest food and beverage corporations in the world, not just a soda company.
Today, Pepsi is sold in more than 200 countries.
The brand is connected to music, sports, gaming, fashion, and global pop culture. New flavors, limited editions, collaborations. Pepsi is constantly evolving. So that's the complete story of Pepsi. A brand that failed repeatedly, reinvented itself, fought Coca-Cola for decades, and became a worldwide cultural symbol.
Thanks for listening to Random Talks. Make sure to follow the podcast.